kind of feel like playing.
Wasn't feeling serious about it.
So
yeah.
we'll see if he's got the fire.
No pressure.
And then Fitzy, I believe is New York City. Shows up to the nightclub a lot. Fox player.
Yep. And if we know anything about New York Foxes, right?
Wait, is that DFW? So
it is.
They might also be from Texas.
Yeah, true. And does have that slide move, but unfortunately gets burned by the poof.
Yeah,
hits against the stage, and that's that. So far, though, Fitzy looks like a formidable opponent. Shine into up smash. Yep, only need the one wave shine. Good to recognize.
Yep. You got to look at the percent when Sheik poofs and know exactly how to punish her.
Yeah,
and it looks like Fitzy did a good job of that.
We saw this same matchup earlier, and we saw how well spaced, I believe it was Frogman, was able to put all the aerials. We'll see what Fitzy's sort of play style is. Appears to be a little sharper overall.
Oh. Wow, the Shy Guy actually took a bullet or a needle for Fitzy, and then Fitzy failed to recover afterward.
Yeah, that's the Secret Service Shy Guy.
Oh, 17% for 10 needles is so rough. That's actually so huge for Sheik in this matchup, to get Fox out of the crash chance of percent.
Definitely.
Now you hit her once, and your forward tilt knocks down.
A lot of good up airs, though, for Fitzy's side.
Yeah, we'll see if this is a kill.
Oh, yeah. You know, Randall did make a difference.
Yeah, it's a little weird reacting to where Sheik reappears sometimes, because you don't get to see her when she's disappeared. You don't know where she's going.
That is the nature of invisibility, after all, yeah.
Okay, that was a really good get-up. I think that one is actually a little tricky when Sheik is stalling right next to you like that.
Yeah, you know, in Fitzy's position, like, you know you SD'd the first stock, you kind of threw it away, right? So that sort of, like, changes the I don't know, the tenor. What's the word I'm looking for? The flavor of the game, the way that it
timbre,
feels to you. Timbre. Timbre's, I think, what I was looking for. Yeah, that intangible quality, timbre. Okay, but if you can clean up this edge guard.
Really bringing it back. Amazing ledge refresh. I thought that was so good.
Hey, and we're even once again. And
Fitzy, I think, has a really good handle on that edge guard Sheik, even though they messed up that one stock.
Yeah, and I mean, Sheik is very easy to edge guard in theory, right? Because there's so much lag on the up B.
Well, there's a lot of ways for her to make it complicated.
Yep, exactly what I was going to get to. You've got the shortens, you got the different angles depending where you start from, right?
Yeah, like if you start from underneath the ledge, you can threaten the poof and make the timing really weird, and sometimes you can force it into a mix-up. Fitzy taking game one. Really good stuff.
Yeah,
I have to imagine Vortex is probably seated higher.
Could be, yeah.
Could be.
I wouldn't know.
But I don't even know at this point.
Yeah, I mean, Fitzy was playing fast and I want to say clean. Right?
Yeah.
Like all the movements.
And you know what I noticed? I don't think we've seen any reaction tech chase.
I don't know if we saw a grab.
Yeah, I don't know
how
Vortex is even going through the down throws.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see if any of the big grab openings will come up.
Okay, lots of back air to start off the game, but that shine does it.
Vortex tried to fade back a little bit, but it wasn't enough.
A critical move.
Okay, there's Fountain really helping Vortex out with those up tilts.
Okay, yeah, Farder's going to do it.
I think something we have to do as non-box players is we have to learn what the box angles are so that we can see when they go to a spot of up B that they can grab ledge from.
I have never thought of that before.
I actually saw Fox up being, and I didn't know if it was possible for him to get ledge. And then Fox literally went to ledge.
I can't believe I've never thought about that. How many angles does the box able to cover?
So
do you know?
With just the control stick, there's 8, but with the modifiers, there's a good amount more.
Yeah.
So like the people who are really, really good box players and have been using the controller for a long time have a lot more angles than the people who just picked it up.
Sure.
Right? But I really don't actually know how it works. And I kind of want to get a box just to like know how it works. Because DI is another big thing too that gets affected by that. Like you don't really have a lot of DI angles unless you A, know the mechanics inside and out, and B, have been DIing on that thing for like a year and a half at least.
Yeah, because most of the time when you're just like, when I'm DIing, like in my head I can say to myself like up and away, but the up and or the down and away for like combo DI or something, but the way, like the slight variations depending on the move are natural. On the box, you can't really do that. Yeah, it's not as intuitive.
It's not a gradient, right? It's just another button combination somewhere else.
Yeah, like you have to specifically think, like against Sheik forward tilt at around this percent, I need to use this modifier and press this button, right? Which is totally different.
Yeah, it's like a completely different like pathway in your brain, I feel like. But we'll see. That's a huge back air.
Yeah, catches a Fox jump. Catching Fox's panic options is, I think, really important for Sheik in this matchup, especially if you're not going to keep getting all of those down throw tech chases, which is, you know, the punish heavy way to play the matchup. You're just looking for the party stars. Instead, you try to punish all those defensive habits.
Whoa, single hit drill.
Yeah.
To get just a little bit more percent on the wave shine.
I mean, the really low drill wave shine up smash has been like half of the kills for Fitzy so far. And they are so consistent with it.
We'll see. This percent is good for Vortex. So this could go either way. We'll see if we get a game 3. This is another matchup where Fox is amazing in best of 3 because like he still gets his best of 5 counter pick essentially because FD and Stadium are both so good.
Hey, nice needles in order to seal the game.
Yeah, really good edge guard from Vortex.
I have to say, I liked the way Fitzy was changing to less of a grounded style when the platforms were down and started flopping more, which I thought was interesting. I mean, it seemed very intentional.
Yeah. Maybe that's a little bit of nerves.
It could be nerves. I was thinking because the platforms are gone, maybe it changes things, right?
Because he also mentioned, I mean, he was getting caught for it. He was getting back air earlier in the game, too.
They did, yeah, that's true. Interesting thing, but I mean, Vortex is caught onto the jumps for sure, so I think you need to keep it somewhat grounded if you're Fitzy.
Oh, that's a huge punish. But that position, I guess, you don't really have to get up off the ledge because the poof isn't going to hit you, so you can just hold ledge there.
And forward air. Knocks them off the stage. How does Fox get out of the corner? You have so many choices. Always interesting to see what they pick.
There are so many choices.
Yeah. I mean, that's the good thing about playing Fox. The bad thing is if they call you out, it could be deadly for you.
Ooh.
Yeah, catches another jump.
That was a crazy forward air, actually.
Yeah. I mean, catching on to Fitzy's jumps. And that's like that good player stuff that Vortex still has, right? Like, no matter how much you don't play, you can recognize, oh yeah, they like to jump here.
Yeah. And Vortex just goes for a meet to get grab. Grabs ledge for 10 seconds, it gets up, boost grab. Get over here.
Makes sense to me. And now Fox isn't that critical knockdown, can't crouch cancel type of percent.
Yeah. Half of what makes this matchup so good for Fox is that he gets to be at 0% every stock.
Getting to be at 0%. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
It's so sick.
Yeah, you do want to be a little careful with how you dole out your first bit of damage as Fox in this matchup. You can really make it count. Yeah, Fitzy seems to have a really good feel for the push-pull in this matchup. Like his
Vortex is so good on those edge guards again.
Like, plays pretty patient and then will suddenly just burst forward with movement, which is kind of like how I was talking about this matchup earlier, where sometimes you just need to... because you can't like watch and whiff punish confirm. You have to just sort of do it preemptively. Yeah. You have to be like, I think they're going to throw out a move about now. And as Fox, you can sort of do this type of thing where you're like, if they throw out a move at this timing, or if they wave dash back, you can do one drill to catch all. So sometimes you can cover sort of like multiple different responses to you moving forward.
Yeah. You have to establish the beats.
Yes,
and,
definitely.
And act when Sheik is not ready to defend.
And very often, it's just like, for me, I don't know, I think I've heard Fiction call it like deep free, right? Like it's forward is 1, back is 2, forward is 3. Because after the first one, when you get close enough is when they react, naturally. And then once they start playing the very conscious mix-up game, is when sometimes you go in right away.
Okay. Vortex finally gets a grab and does a down throw. Doesn't tech chase, so maybe that's why we didn't see so many game 1.
Yeah, true. It was a nice stall underneath to get back.
Looking really good tournament stock now.
Yeah. Vortex like was in danger kind of under the stage before and is now making it really count, getting a lot of extra damage on this stock.
Yeah. Actually, what I thought was interesting was after the grab, Vortex went for like a read with a back air. And so maybe he's like, no, he doesn't want to risk getting shined, right? He just wants to like...
that's a KO, yeah. And I mean, even if you take a little bit of damage at a time on this stock, if you make it so that all you need is one more aerial or one more F-tilt, and it can kill like this, or at least lead to an edge guard, that's really all you need. This time shines the needles. That's what closed out the last game.
Yeah, okay, I think that was another situation where you could see where he's up being and know he's on Fox, and maybe know that angle is coming.
I'm going to start looking for it now that you mentioned it. I don't know why I've never thought about this before, but yeah, they're more limited, especially if they're not super experienced.
Yeah. And wow, this is really close all of a sudden.
Able to catch the plat, no, but unfortunately,
dies.
Yeah, the momentum was too great, and they are not able to make it back. But still, I think a really good game from Fitzy.
Yeah, that's I mean, that's a heartbreaker.
Yeah, and I mean, you can tell from the animated frustration that Fitzy knew it was close, knew that they had a chance to make it, and I assume that was still winners if it's on stream. So has a chance to make it quite some distance in the rest of the tournament for sure. You check out some of the replays.
Yeah, that was a big drop earlier, getting hit by the poof.
And Vortex playing almost in a more old school way with Sheik, right? A lot of
I mean, I like it.
A lot of thoughts on the spacing. And just gradually forcing Fox to the edge and then trying to knock them off at high percent, rather than a lot of the modern Sheiks are really emphasizing that reaction tech chase, right? And it's really just about defending yourself until you get your big payout. But that's just not always been the case anymore. But Vortex still playing that way and making it work against Fitzy. Yeah, and really Vortex's, I think, reads on the jumps, especially when Fitzy was in the corner in panic type of situations, he's turned everything around.
His aerial placement was really good. His edge guards were also so solid.
And I mean, this sounds like maybe a little too simple, but was there a roll from Fitzy? Like, maybe a roll just kind of does it, you know?